Hey everybody, excuse me. I'm back after an extended break. I went out of town and spent some time with my family, my lovely sister and the Fews, as I call them, my nephews. It was really great to see them. And just kind of get some perspective and celebrate my birthday and celebrate my sister's birthday and enter that eclipse season. Brought up a lot of stuff for me. I hope everyone's feeling good out there. I know the world continues to be bonkers, but I got some clarity from it and a pretty hefty to-do list on my spiritual tasks at hand. But I'm making baby steps and getting those things done, and one of them is continuing to show up here and be here with everyone with this lovely deck of cards that means so much to me. Again, thank you everyone that some people noticed that I disappeared for a minute and even sent me messages, and I just got some really nice good energy from people involving what I'm doing here. So thanks for the encouragement. I'm back and I intend to do this daily until I need another break. Okay, so back in Bisbee, we just went through the new moon solstice solar eclipse. We have another lunar eclipse coming up on July 5th, the third eclipse in 5 weeks. So I just feel a whole lot going on right now. It's very important, I think, to always check in and think about what we're grateful for. So whatever it is that you have to be thankful for, it's a really wonderful time to remember that and focus on it and feel the gratitude. So let's see what the cards are saying right now. Today is June 24th, 2020. We're moving away from the Tower. So the Tower card, anyone who's familiar with tarot will know the phrase Tower moments. This is Major Arcanum 16, which is the number 6 on the upper octave. 6 is a beautiful number. It stands for cooperation, harmony, and it's so wonderful. Always reminds me of cooperation as well. Cooperation, harmony, and 6 represents to me the soul group aspect of finding your monad, people coming into your life that you were destined to meet, and they usually show up in these really amazing ways that you never would have expected, and then you just instantly resonate, you instantly recognize each other. So that's what the number 6 means to me, and it's on the upper octave. The lower octave of the number 6 is the Lover's card. So this is the higher octave of that energy. The Tower moment, it can be, especially in modern decks like Rider-Waite, it's really scary with the thunderbolt and the people falling off the tower. This is a bit more of a gentle tower in the Marseille deck. But Tower moments they can come from cataclysmic events, unforeseen, unexpected changes that once something happens, it changes your perspective on something forever. You're no longer the same after you go through a Tower moment. So we're moving away from this, and I feel like it's very much tied to the eclipse, and it's been hard for me to put my finger on the energy going on because I'm feeling a lot, but it's very esoteric. So the Tower, let's just dig into the card. It's flesh-colored bricks. This is the fortress that you build around the real you, how you present yourself to the world. You spend a lot of time building it up because when people give you good feedback for acting a certain way, you add another brick to the tower, right? And you just build up this false mask of how you want to present yourself to the world. And at some point that has to come crashing down because it's ego. It's egoic. So this flesh-colored tower here represents that. There's a crown chakra activation going on. You can see this dragon bursting out of the crown as it pops open. And this is knowledge being put into action surrounding these bands of light blue spirituality, right? So this is a lot of learning that just pops something open. Now, yes, the two figures, which represent the dualism of the universe which exists in yourself as well. One is falling from the top of the tower, but the other one is emerging from this green door of rebirth from within the tower. So this is the aspect of yourself that was external, that's falling from the egoic apex of who you thought you were. But the other part of yourself has been caged inside of this construct. And it's coming out from the inside. It's always been in there, and it's finally getting a chance to come out. And it's a shame that sometimes it takes a cataclysmic event to inspire this, but often that's the case. We don't move until we get really uncomfortable, or something in the universe pushes us forward. Both of these figures are reaching toward these green plants of rebirth. Green is that color of the spring, the leaves emerging on the trees. So we have lots of green in this card. These two bands here, the hills behind them, they're reaching for these plants. And then there's 3 white steps. So the number 3, of course, is very important with the 369 vortex math. And the color white is important in the Marseille Tarot because it represents purity. Again, white light contains all the frequencies of all the other colors within it. So these 3 white steps of purity leading up to this green door are very significant. There's the real you coming forward. You have to climb up to the steps of this in order for it to happen. So it's purification. Tons of light blue spirituality in this card. So there's a lot of spiritual information that you're beginning to embody that creates a cognitive dissonance that can't sustain itself. The crack in the foundation becomes too wide and it collapses. That's what's going on. It stands on orange ground, which is that blending of the yellow and the red. The logic, intellect, and idea being put into action makes orange, which represents emotional fulfillment to me. So we're moving away from this energy. The tower, a tower moment has happened. We've been awakened in some way. It may not have been entirely comfortable, but something pushed us to a new perspective that's serving us, and it's allowing a genuine aspect of ourselves to emerge from within. It's a good thing. It's always a good thing. So, okay, that's what we're moving away from. Current energies. This card keeps coming up. King of Cups. King of Cups. So, as we move forward from the tower into the present energy, we hit the court card, King of Cups. Cups are the water sign. They represent your emotional life, receiving love from divine, giving love to others, and giving love to yourself. So as the king stares forward, his body is still integrating this lesson from the past associated with the tower. And even though he's still integrating it, he's holding this really beautiful emotional trophy that he's learned. This is the prize that you get from going through something like this. He's holding this trophy. And it is the red and the yellow with orange bands. So this is putting knowledge into action and growing your emotional intelligence from this. The green continues in this card. There's a lot of green. So there's a lot of this activation, this rebirth going on right now. To me, it's activation. So this cosmic energy coming in with these eclipses. You know, the light feeds us information. Our DNA gets information from sunlight and light-encoded filaments. So what's going on right now, cosmically, galactically, and astrologically, is providing a DNA activation. There's a waking up going on. Again, it's esoteric. You'll feel it or you won't, or you'll feel it and you'll deny it. I think it's happening to everyone. I don't think we can go through these energies without feeling the results of this. So the more we can kind of understand what's going on and flow with it, the less it will be dissonant with where we're at. But there's a lot of purpling going on in this card, right? And again, red is divine masculine active energy, and dark blue is divine feminine receptive energy. When you see an equal balance of red and dark blue in the card, that represents a balance in your masculine feminine principles within yourself. Once you identify the red and the blue, which we all have, you blend those together, and red and blue make purple, which is the master color of the tarot, and also the color of the crown chakra. And we have a lot of crown activity in both of these cards. So a lot of the crown chakra is where cosmic information enters and goes down through the kundalini. So that seems very resonant to me. And the color purple is important in the King of Cups, because even though it is the master color of the tarot, there's very little because it represents that inner unification. It's that doing the work to identify all the different red and blue aspects of yourself and then integrating them. It's not easy work. But you can see behind his left receptive shoulder, touching this emotional trophy, is a purple window encased in flesh. So the window frame, the flesh color, is being in your body, and the purple is that integration of the red and the blue inside of yourself, very much attached to what we just went through with the tower. This is a court card, and it has no number associated with it. So again, continuing that rebirth, we see the purple window, a purple dot on a belt of rebirth right there at the solar plexus, and also the bands of his cuffs of his hands are purple. So there's quite a bit of purple in this card, which is highly significant. So his body is still integrating this tower lesson because he's facing it. However, his consciousness and his focus is on the future. So this is really being able to emotionally move beyond something. Kings are known as being masters. So this is really mastering a long-term lesson. We've been pushed to see it. We maybe weren't seeing it for some reason, and we had to be pushed to be able to see it so that we can move beyond it. And that's what's going on now. And as a result, you get this emotional trophy and then that unification, that purpling. Purple's a verb to me now. So the King of Cups is purpling because of what happened to him in the tower moment. And where are we heading? 10 of Swords. All right, so the number 10 is a portal because in numerology only 1 through 9 really exist. So 1 plus 0 is 1. However, 10 exists both in Torah and Kabbalah and Tarot. So 10 is straddling 2 rungs of the spiral at the same time. 1 is the energy of all and potential and new beginnings, ending and beginning a new cycle. 10 represents finality and renewal at the same time. So there's this feeling of having 1 foot in the old world and 1 foot in the new. We've been there for a while, and we're not done. Swords are the air sign, which is your mental body. Air signs represent logic, intellect, and idea, just like the color yellow. So this is ending and beginning a new mental cycle based on mastery of the King of Cups, of this emotion. And remember, cups and swords are, they're all linked, but cups and swords really are intrinsically linked to me because of the research I've done, the reading I've done on heart-brain coherence. It's the heart and brain sending out synchronous and coherent vibrations into the quantum field. So and they feed each other. The brain thoughts feed the heart with neuropeptides, and the heart sends neuropeptides back up to the brain to keep them constantly in communication with each other. So to me, this says we're feeling something in the heart with the King of Cups that is affecting the way we think, ending a mental cycle and beginning one at the same time. We're grabbing a hold of both of these swords with active red masculine handles, gilded in the knowledge that we've learned, and they're going up to the top square, which is where the sky is, the spirit side of the card. These 2 swords are going up with these intuitive spiritual blades until they finally meet up in the upper square of the card. So there's some unifying going on there as well in terms of ending a dualistic way of thinking. The 10 of Swords energy, however, is not it's not necessarily a fun one, especially if you look at the Rider-Waite deck. It's a scary image, but it is finally moving forward mentally, breaking a cycle. So that's where we're at. Lots of powerful energies going on, obviously, and I think we're going to be in this for a while, especially through the end of July. I know this eclipse coming up is going to be important, but we're going to get through it, and we're going to get through it together. And all that good stuff. Sending love to everyone from an open heart, and thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing or whatever the hell you want to do with it. I really appreciate it. It's so nice to be back with all of you. Okay, that's our daily spread for June 24th, 2020, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.